Hey there, welcome to our YouTube channel. Today, we're diving into a super helpful book called Atomic Habits by James Clear. This book is like your guide to making small changes that can totally upgrade your life. James Clear knows all about habits, and he's got some awesome tips to help you build good habits and drop the not so great ones. Imagine how doing tiny things every day can make a huge difference over time, like little puzzle pieces that create a big picture of success. Plus, he's got tricks to stay motivated, create a positive environment, and even track your progress. With all these cool tools, you're all set to make some awesome changes in your life. So, let's dive into Atomic Habits together and get ready for some positive vibes. Atomic Habits by James Clear is like your ultimate roadmap for transforming your habits and inching 1% closer to awesome every single day. Through the 4 Laws of Behavior Change framework, this book lays out straightforward guidelines to help you craft those desirable habits and bid farewell to the not so great ones. Dive into the complete summary to uncover 3 pivotal takeaways from Atomic Habits. Master the 4-step habit building process, and snag a convenient reference to all the game-changing strategies outlined in this book. Here are the key lessons from Atomic Habits. Lesson 1: Small steps matter. Small changes are more important than we realize, and they add up over time. Improving by just 1% might not seem like much, but it becomes huge in the long run. Imagine if you got 1% better every day for a year, you'd be 37 times better. The little wins and setbacks we have every day make a big difference in the end. It's not about how successful you are now, but about the habits you're building. Lesson to systems over goals. Instead of only focusing on goals, pay attention to the things you do every day, your routines. Goals are like destinations, but systems are the paths that take you there. If your habits are not changing, it's not because of you, it's because of the way you're trying to change. Your system, the way you do things regularly, matters more than aiming for big goals. The book gives a plan to make good habits and break bad ones by changing your system. Lesson 3: Become who you want to be. To make habits stick, start by thinking of yourself in a new way. The things you do now show the kind of person you believe you are. Changing for good means changing how you see yourself, creating new habits based on that. Think about the person you want to be, then take small steps to become that person. It's not just about doing things, it's about building an identity that matches your goals. Let's explore the fundamental principles and valuable takeaways for constructing enduring habits and accomplishing your objectives. Insight 1: Small changes, big results. Imagine habits as building blocks for your life. Think of atomic habits as tiny, almost invisible changes. Even though these changes seem small, they add up over time and can make a big difference in your life. Insight to how habits work. Think of habits like a loop. It starts with a cue, which is like a trigger. Then comes a craving, which is a strong want. Next is your response, what you actually do. Lastly, there's a reward, something you get out of it. Understanding this loop helps you change habits. If you figure out what triggers your habits, you can start to change how you act. Insight 3: The 4 Laws of Behavior Change. The 4 laws that govern habit formation are: 1. Cue. Emphasize cues that trigger positive habits and make them obvious and prominent. Minimize or eliminate cues that lead to negative habits, making them less visible. Environmental cues play a crucial role in directing behavior. 2. Craving. Associate positive habits with satisfying outcomes or rewards. Create a strong desire or craving for engaging in these positive behaviors. Linking actions to pleasurable results increases the likelihood of habit formation. 3. Response. Make the desired behavior easy to perform and achievable. Reduce friction and obstacles associated with the positive habit. Simplifying the action encourages its repetition and integration. 4. Reward. Ensure that positive habits come with their own inherent rewards. Positive outcomes from engaging in the habit reinforce its continuation. Negative habits should lack rewarding consequences, discouraging their repetition. Collectively, these 4 laws provide a comprehensive framework for understanding how habits are formed and how they can be effectively altered or established. By manipulating cues, generating cravings, streamlining responses, and ensuring rewarding outcomes, individuals can intentionally shape their behaviors and cultivate positive habits while minimizing negative ones. Insight for the 2-minute rule: starting new habits can be tough because it feels hard to begin. The 2-minute rule is a trick that helps make it easier. Instead of trying to do a big new habit all at once, you do something related to that habit that takes less than 2 minutes. This small action gets you started and makes it less scary. For example, if you want to exercise, you could start by just doing 2 minutes of stretching. This little step helps you build up the habit without feeling overwhelmed. Insight 5: Habit tracking and the plateau of latent potential. Imagine you're planting seeds in a garden. Even if you water them every day, you don't see the plants grow right away. Habit building is similar. Sometimes, even if you're doing your best to build a good habit, you might not see big changes immediately. This can make you feel like your effort isn't working. But just like plants need time to grow, your habits also need time to show results. This slow progress is called the plateau of latent potential. It's like you're getting ready to make a big leap, but you need to keep pushing even when you don't see big changes yet. If you keep going, you'll eventually see the positive results of your efforts. Insight 6: The role of identity. Think about how you describe yourself. If you say, "I'm trying to quit eating junk food," it's like you're still connected to that habit. But if you start saying, "I'm not someone who eats junk food," you're changing how you see yourself. This shift in how you think about yourself makes it easier to stick to new habits. It's like becoming a new version of you that does the good habit naturally. So, instead of just trying to do something new, make it part of who you are. Insight 7: The importance of environment. Your surroundings, like your home or workspace, can influence what you do. If you want to do something more often, like reading, you can put books in places where you see them a lot. This makes it easy to pick up a book and start reading. On the other hand, if you want to do something less, like watching too much TV, you can make it harder by keeping the remote control in a different room. By setting up your environment to support good habits and make bad habits harder, you're giving yourself a better chance to succeed. Key insight 8: Social influence and peer pressure. The people you spend time with can have a big impact on your habits. If you're around friends who have the habits you want, it can help you a lot. But if your friends do things that you're trying to avoid, it might make it harder for you to stick to your good habits. Sometimes, you might feel like you have to do what your friends are doing, even if it's not good for you. Final takeaway: Atomic Habits gives you a clear plan for understanding and changing your habits. It tells you to start with small changes that you do regularly. This way, you can use the laws of how habits work to help you. The important thing to know is that changes happen slowly. But if you use the ideas from this book, you can make really good progress over time. Just remember, improvement takes time, and by using the things you learn from this book, you can reach your goals and keep getting better. And don't forget, this summary only gives you a little peek into what James Clear talks about in Atomic Habits. If you read the whole book, you'll learn even more and get practical ways to make your habits better.